Doctors shocked after woman gives birth to quadruplets and they see their faces. "I could not believe it, I was in such shock," Bethani told CBC News. "Honestly, I thought the ultrasound tech was joking." Initially, the couple was happy when they discovered that they were expecting, however, they were completely unprepared for quadruplets. And if finding out you're pregnant with quads isn't life-changing enough, there would be an even crazier surprise waiting for her when the expecting mom finally made it to the delivery room and laid eyes on her 4 babies for the very first time. December 24, 2015, was when the first time parents attended a routine ultrasound scan. That's when they were given their first peek into their future as parents. When the nurse asked if there was any history of multiple births in either of their families that the couple knew of, they were understandably caught off guard with the question. Still uncertain of what multiple births would really mean for them, the couple shook their heads no. It was then that the nurse delivered some unexpected and unbelievable news to the couple. This was clearly not the early Christmas present they were hoping for. "I definitely did go through some panic attacks," Bethani admitted. While they had originally planned to start a family, all of that changed in seconds right before their eyes. And one day, their small family of 2 subsequently tripled. Realizing the full gravity of the situation, their joy was suddenly replaced with nervousness. As of 2007, there were approximately 3,500 sets of quadruplets recorded worldwide. "I'm definitely glad I was laying down because I could not believe that there were 4 there. I thought there had to be some kind of mistake," she laughed. One of the nurses that works at the hospital said it was a 1 in 67 million occurrence, Bethani recalled. "I'm still waiting for it to sink in." Bethani confessed that, while she was excited for the babies, the notion of how much they would need to care for them is overwhelming. "After all, 4 times the love means 4 times the cost. I realized that we didn't have a vehicle that could support 4 babies," Bethani said. "We were good until that 4 number kicked in, then we weren't prepared at all," Tim added. The soon-to-be parents of 4 were planning on staying in their 1-bedroom apartment after having their first baby, but since learning they were soon to be a family of 6, they had to consider other options, which included moving in with Tim's mother. "It may take a village to raise a child, or in this case, 4 villages." Knowing this, friends and family sprang into action to help out the couple. To help with ongoing expenses, they've set up a GoFundMe page for the family. The couple's hometown of Hythe also rallied around and held fundraising events in order to gain funds for the family. The hospital in nearby Grand Prairie held a diaper drive to help with the stockpiling, and some brave community members have even offered to babysit for them. There are people around the area making little hats, getting diapers ready, and making bracelets, Bethani told My Grand Prairie Now. "It's really amazing because there would be no way we could do this by ourselves," said Bethani. Just when you thought there couldn't possibly be any more surprises with this pregnancy, the Webbs received even more life-changing news. "Tim, we're sorry, but your dreams of raising a son are going to have to wait because you're about to live in a house full of girls. Living with 5 girls, yikes. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's going to be overwhelming, being the last man standing," Tim said. But then, on Friday, May 6, as each of the girls arrived and were lined up next to each other, everyone was even more stunned than they already were. So not only had the Webbs already won the baby lottery by getting quadruplets, but miraculously they ended up being all girls. And if those 1 in over 15 million odds weren't small to begin with, just wait until you read this. Incredibly, all 4 newborn girls were all identical. It only took about an hour to deliver the babies, who ranged in weight from 3 pounds to 4 pounds 1 ounce. So, the babies were quadruplets, all girls and all identical. The family was in shock, to say the least. The names of the newest additions to the family are Emily, Grace, Michaela, and Abigail. We can only imagine that the downsides of having quadruplets clearly means quadruple the trouble, but at least they get one nice perk to it all. "It was nice that we didn't have to pick our favorites," Bethani told Global News. "We could pick 4 we liked, we didn't have to choose just 1. Luckily for the new mom, their individual temperaments couldn't be more different from each other. Certainly, that will be the most distinguishing factor in telling them apart. Abigail is the smallest and youngest, so she is a bit hot-headed. Emily and Michaela are apparently very mellow, however, Grace, on the other hand, is described as a character. And yet, now that they're all home and a bit more relaxed, the couple has hatched a makeshift plan to differentiate between each girl. Each girl will get a designated color-coded bracelet or hair accessory. They've also considered painting their toenails as a more semi-permanent solution. Bethani said Tim was ecstatic about becoming a dad, but still needed to get used to the idea of being the only man in a house of 5 females. "I think my husband has gotten used to the idea that there are 4 babies, but I don't think he's gotten used to the idea that there are 4 identical girls," Bethani told reporters. As for the dad-to-be, Tim said, "I think of them as blessings really. I'll probably be pulling my hair out a year from now, but now I'm excited." Bethani Webb was a bundle of nerves one evening in early June. That's because the next morning, her 2-month-old identical quadruplet girls would have their very first photo shoot. "I was nervous that they wouldn't sleep and they'd be awake the whole time or crying and fussy," Webb told Us Weekly. "But they did so well." The project took much more planning and assistance than photographer Cassandra Jones was used to. 5 extra people helped her set up the shoot, 1 person per baby and 1 to help arrange the flowers and props. In addition to the extra hands, it took 3 large vehicles to haul all the items needed to the outdoor location in Grand Prairie. They may be just 2 months old, but sisters Abigail, Michaela, Grace, and Emily Webb have already managed to steal the hearts of thousands. The photos from the shoot have since gone viral with thousands of likes on social media. Jones admits she and her assistants did struggle to tell the girls apart, however. "The pictures she took are absolutely beautiful, and I love them so much," Bethani smiled. Tim said that he is just trying to cope with the surrealness of instantly becoming the father of 4 girls. "My dad passed away just about a year ago, and so this is kind of a blessing, and it's a blessing to have the family that I have, and the community that I have, and the doctors that we have here," he said. Bethani still remembers the moment an ultrasound technician revealed she was pregnant with identical quadruplets. "I'm definitely glad I was laying down because I could not believe that there were 4 there," Bethani told the Today Show. "I thought there had to be some kind of mistake. Almost fainted. He had to sit down for a moment."